Okay, UFO disclosure. Just connected to energy. I used to do this a while back. That's a new, right? Yeah, same old, same old. Yeah, well, they work through us, and we are healing the earth through our energies, or we are just a bunch of punching bags for society. And of course, people that are here that are aware of their abilities, yeah, you're like 10 years in the future or 100, or depends on how your ego is, or 1,000 years if you want to go. How do you function here? But anyway, we bring that, well, it's all angelic energy. It's also um, elf energies, Garthian energies, tree energies, and so on, dragon. And so it's just ideas to, you know, elevate the earth to at least a higher, I don't know, even higher frequency doesn't mean it's going to be out of the woods, but at least a little bit better than it is now instead of just like in the mud. At least with the political situation and all that. Jesus, it's just the same old story here. It's like they play the same record over and over again. Old VCR tape. They just keep playing the same nonsense. So yeah, well, if you're a drama queen, you're right at home. If you're not a drama queen, yeah, move to a desert island. But yeah, it's definitely, and all these conspiracy people, conspiracy theorists that have podcasts and radio shows. They just look for problems so they can complain about it. And so I think I could do something to get ratings and all that, and they start whatever they put off that energy of that low frequency, and it just like it's food for some people. They're just not quite ready to get out of the panic mode. So yeah. But UFO disclosure energies, yeah, we'll just see what we can do with that. Yeah. Well, it works, like I say, it works through us. More like your philosophy, or if you, how many people actually use that word? Probably not many. Your intentions for a better earth, or of course, there's others that aren't into that, that are aware of their abilities. And also geoengineering, the weather war energies. That's always going to go on. Of course, a lot of this human consciousness too. It's just what humanity's going through. It's just, you can blame the Illuminati all you want, but a lot of this society is just tearing itself apart through weather, you can say, or trying to clear it through rain or snow. Sometimes just like when it snows or rains, just everyone just stay home. Just stay, just stay home. Just leave everybody alone. So there's that. Especially in Washington D.C. Yeah, it's like a hell pit there. At least where the government stuff is. There's so many dark portals there. So many entities walk. I don't think I'm even allowed there right now. I mean, I probably could, but it's just not a safe place. Overall. So, okay, all right, we'll go into, I'm not sure what we're going into. So let's see how this goes with the disclosure vibes. So I'm talking counter price sessions. My scheduler. I have the shop here. So, okay. Yeah, you can't help everybody, that's for sure, especially those that don't want to be helped. So, I haven't quite healed the ego yet. There's a lot of that going on. So, okay, yeah, so use a price on here. Even in the spiritual community, still feeding off all the drama. Haven't quite got out of that yet. I guess there's not enough things on TV, so you gotta find it somewhere, right? Well, I guess it's better being a drug addict. Yeah, probably. Well, like I say, some are just drama queens. It's just the way it is, or drama males or queens or whatever everyone called it. So, okay, we're going to UFO disclosure frequency. Let's see how that goes. Delivering us no ships flying or no alien contact us on the physical level. unless something weird happens in South America. I think something happened last year. Yeah, and then California, which I'm not. That's California, so why not? And then and the weather war frequency. So okay, all right. Blessings. Yeah, this will be a short one. Okay, blessings here. Green seas is a consciousness of the alien consciousness, disclosure frequencies. There's great Palladian, Syrian, Arcturian, Andromeda, and so on. Of course, our frequencies are connected to you. So you're bringing more of this energy closer to you as for disclosure. But of course, there's still detractors, still others that want to control information and so on. But that's going to happen no matter what. So you can say, yes, they're afraid of channelers, they're afraid of channelers. Yeah, it's not perfect. It is a growth within the channeler itself, and this, take it for whatever it is. Sometimes they believe, sometimes they don't. It doesn't really matter. But there's those that are disconnected from, discounted altogether, come to me instead. Kind of like a cult leader frequency. Yeah, they're obviously they just trying to rain on everyone's parade, and just the cult leader frequency is very strong here, as you can see. And going to get stronger. It's like a combination of entities and narcissism, and that's just part of your human consciousness. This is part of the growth here. Like you're pulling yourselves out of religion currently. Some of you are with Christian religions, but then they're finding themselves stuck within the alien religions. And it shows also how many alien beings want to be deities. They want to be worshipped, just like during the Egyptian times. So you're seeing a version of that now, that beings, so on, the Thor being or wherever it is, they just want to be worshipped by people, and it's working. There's also a feline being that wants to be worshipped. It's unrelated, but still the same thing. So look at it from that angle. Of course, they might not always say it's well. Either way, it is. It's now you might also get guidance out of those beings, which is good. But then sometimes they want to hold on to you. So it's good to get guidance if you can get it. But then there's the other side, the dark side of them. It's like, oh, you want to worship me? I'm always there for you. I'm your dad. I'm your mother. Whatever it is. As for disclosure coming into your reality, obviously it's going to take some time. Well, humanity has to let go of a lot of old timelines, old thinking, for alien vibrations to become part of your society. But also, as you know, alien energies, there's a lot of difficulties there. Alien beings have problems too. It's alien problems, not human problems. The secret space program stuff, people are holding on. Some are obsessed with that. They just can't disconnect from it. And it's kind of holding on to them. But some of them are agents of the secret space program, causing a lot of trouble here, as you've noticed. Well, some of you have noticed, most have not. So that's another religion that's going on currently. So, and religion is like a spider. It's there to hold a society down through its web. So that's why it's here. And you can get through it. It's not easy. Some of you get through it easily. Others, not so much. They get caught in some of its lingo, its coolness, its attractiveness, and then they're stuck there. And then there's others that have been religious deities themselves. Like some humans here have been worshipped by humans as alien beings. They're here currently. Not ones you have known about, but they're trying to heal that. Talk about a karma to clear. Of course, others say there's no karma, but then again, if you're using your followers against their will or just violating their frequency, yes, there's a lot of karma there. It's going to be karma no matter what. And it may star system. Well, fourth dimension has karma too. That's its own version of fifth dimension also. It gets to higher dimensions. It gets different, but it still has different versions of it. But this world still has a lot of healing to do, as you can see. Well, this world doesn't always want to see itself in the mirror, at least society. This isn't like what it sees or doesn't want to look at all. So when society is ready to see itself for what it really is and heal from it and just release the past, a lot of the future to come through, like a good part of society, but most is not. Like majority just doesn't even know what that concept even, don't even know what it means, and that's fine. Just many are still, yes, trying to be human. And obviously, many others of you are trying to exit from being human, meaning like, okay, I've done this plenty of times and it's getting old, but there's a purpose why you're here, or you give your perspective, even if you are ready to tap out or to retire or just to end, this is your last, you're on graduation, you can, or whatever you want to call it. You don't have to call it that, but you still have some knowledge here for the younger folks, you can say. Even if you're kind of bitter being here still. Oh, it's just that's another reason why many of you came here, because of your knowledge you can share with others, and when you can get here, and especially have to deal with younger souls, and they can be pretty brutal. It's kind of like a grandparent getting beat up constantly. It's like, wow, this new generation is, for the record books. But you can handle it. It's just many are going through like mental disorder issues here. Can't, yes, get their mind to settle down. And you wonder why you're around difficult people. Well, because somebody has to do it. The wild stallion, somebody dealt with it before, most likely, so you're dealing with it again. As for that, the little green men showing up on your White House lawn and connecting to humans is unlikely. Now, those timelines do exist, but you might see those timelines. You might even feel like it was supposed to happen, and then you bypassed it. It's not going to be pretty. Of course, there also have Nordic beings and other humanoid beings that can connect to humanity. There's always a timeline for that to occur. And there is always a reality where it is occurring. But here, a lot of humanoid beings can be easily corrupted by society if they're not checking themselves enough. It's like any other, they justify their corruption. And so you have like an alien contact, and maybe not all your aliens are well-to-do mentally. And they can become a problem easily. Or the whole group can become a problem because they all get corrupted mentally. So, not to say that would happen, but it can happen. Well, just how this world is. It has a parasitic energy. It has not been healed, and society doesn't always recognize it. Witchcraft, here's spells that are going on. It happens in the higher dimensions that can be healed. If you start recognizing it more, it doesn't work as much anymore because just the word spell work and mind manipulations, mind control. That helps you actually, just being aware of it helps you disconnect from it. But if you're not aware of it, like most society just laughs on it, says it's not real, and then they're guinea pigs to it. So, blessings. Greens to you. The Pleiadians, blessings. It's probably about your weather war consciousness. Well, Mother Earth also has to do a release herself. Like she gets frustrated, or just has to just release emotional frequencies. But of course, the weather war energies done by secret governments and all. That's always going to have some form of presence here. Well, that's part of your awakening. You can say there's a disclosure energy with that, and that will continue to do so, at least for now. Doesn't mean it's going to get like out of complete control. It's already is, but eventually society. Well, there's a lot of secrets within the government. Obviously, mind control is one of them. Mind control is going to be one of the pieces that are going to be slowly let go in your near future. Not an easy one to let go of, but that's a big change shift already, because it's done through advertisements, it's done through symbolism. Even through radio and so on, radio signals. That's why a lot of times when infants are born, they're crying because they can feel the manipulation. Of course, they can feel it before they're born too. That's why many are hesitant to incarnate here. It's like, but incarnating in a planet like this, is a lot of growing up to do, as you can see with majority of society. It doesn't they're growing up but not always realizing what they're receiving, the knowledge they're getting. The weather war, the frequency, a lot of it's done through, of course, lasers. Also, snow. Snow seems to be a good weapon. Thunder, rain is flooding. Flooding is actually a cleansing. Yes, sometimes the weather war, but a lot of times it's cleansing. It is flushing out, but it doesn't need to be there anymore. Yes, it's not pleasant. So your weather wars, the beings that are doing this, it's actually not that much, maybe like 1% of your weather problems. Of course, there are alien beings. That's a little bit different. So we're talking about more of a shadow government energy at this time. But as for reptilian beings, I mean, some of them are so connected to the Earth. Yes, they can cause weather system issues, but also they do see. I mean, the Earth also agrees because there is a cleansing that's necessary. But yeah, they can get a little bit too violent through the reptilian frequencies and so on. So it's just, well, they feel like they're helping humanity evolve, and they are. Of course, they're harsh, but at least it's through weather and not violent. Of course, weather can be pretty violent. Nature itself has its own mind of its own, and it can consume humanity. Yeah, it's turning you into a tree person. So yeah, you wonder why. Yeah, nature, yes, might be attractive, but also vicious. And just, well, it's because it's like a, it's an Earth version of a human. So it's going to have conflict. It's going to have people it doesn't like, people it does like, people it doesn't like, and it gets used and manipulated like anything else. So that's why the elites are allowed to do what they can do, because the Earth is learning how not to be so manipulated also. So you think it's, oh, Mother Earth has it all figured out. Not always. She has to go through her ordeals also, along with you. It's just different. And you can't always protect her. Of course, the world is going to be here no matter what, just because it needs to get its act together. Yes, it might be easy just to throw it, have it ended, throw it away, but there's too many souls here just lost and just have conflict they need to clear. The usefulness of this world will be here as long as it needs to. Probably until the universe finally heals itself in general, and then this world will vanish. At least, well, let's put it this way: with the knowledge of this planet, what it needs to do with the universe once it's done, when people just said we don't need these lessons anymore. Of course, you're saying that now, but you're still kind of going through the manipulations. But the idea is to, society is not being tricked by this world's lessons anymore, and it's not working anymore. Like the news cycles, like the newspapers are going out of business. Look at it that way. So basically, corruption on this world will go out of business eventually, but not yet, because it's exercise for the soul. So all this drama is just extra. It's just like the exercise bike for you, energetically. But you're not always meant to get off of that, as some of you know or you've seen, because that's, they're getting a lot out of the negativity here, and eventually they'll have enough of it. Some of you are just had so much of it. You're just, it's a unique position. So some of you are dealing with some difficult beings here, and just for you doing that gives you a lot of golden belts, black belts, whatever you want to call it. There's some kind of you're getting a lot out of it. It's just, like I say, somebody has to do it. So blessings.